Okay, so it is going to be us three. Us three and two machines that are recording, and sounds behind me. We are going to do our best, very much like a radio recording. There is sound. There is a lot of sound, noise, static, lights, machines whirring, signals going throughout space, going throughout the air. Radio. A wonderful piece of technology. A wonderful way of communication. And no time is more present than, well, the present. 1985. No one knows this more than one very hard-headed woman who sits inside a diner that has seen much better days. She sits across a man who could be anyone, meeting for the first time, but certainly not the last. He sets a pizza box right in the center of the table and tells her a story. He is a time traveler. She is an important piece to his motivation. But first she must spill. She tells her story. The year is 1979. Here, beside a lake deep set within the Appalachian Mountains, a resort is built and uncovers human remains. But little did they know, the acts of the people in the town has caused and called ghosts, monsters, from deep within the ether, from the forest and from the ground, to haunt them, shrouded, covered in fog. The night of fog. Tragic. Lots of people went missing, but at the end of it, everybody got out. Well, most everybody. Strange event, but they all kept it to themselves as they tried to prosper. Then, a couple years later, 1982, they sit here with each other at the diner, telling each other stories. And he tells his. Forward, 1985. The shattering of the veil wasn't cold. Deep within the American desert, a government facility, well, explodes, tearing a hole in space and time and reality, causing and pulling the deep void from space and time. And, luckily for them, they managed to seal it. But unluckily for everyone else, everything is no longer the same. Monsters, spirits, spells, and magic. Little known facts that are best left unknown have suddenly become very real. Strange how it works, right overnight. The world panics, but they do what they do best. People. They find a way to live. And usually the story begins about a year after, in 1986. But unfortunately we're not there yet. Only a couple months after this event called the Shattering of the Veil, there has been a group who, with those two people in the diner, have formed and called together the Cryptid Ranger Corps, settling themselves around the Earth, well, for this one occasion. But, here, a few months after, everything is still kind of scattered. They treat this as if, an ecological problem. More like a weather phenomenon, if you replaced all the rain with screaming ghosts. Regardless, we find ourselves in the heart of it all, once again deep set within that Appalachian Trail mountain. Here in the center of the lake, here amongst a small resort town, freshly built mostly, amongst old roots, and the sea of infinite trees, and beyond it, the setting sun, the deep purples, the deep blues, the oranges, and the blacks, twilight, and soon ever-coming stars and moon. This little town is called Redwater. It's called that way because when the sun sets, for about 10-15 minutes, the daylight shines just enough for the water to become a beautiful ruby blood red. Red water. Amongst other events. And set right at the edge of town. Hiding amongst the edge of trees and woodlands. Right at the borders of old desolate roads stands a building. And one of the few neon lights within the town, freshly renovated too, depicting a small dog running backwards, with a big puff of steam coming out of its mouth. This little diner, called the Tea Temper. The clouds have been forming above, and gently begins to rain. It's cold, a little windy, but it's certainly much better inside. And inside we go. Within foggy glass windows and, slightly sticky tiles is a very well and warm colored diner. Every booth plush, all the wood well worn. Everyone and the locals seem to have assigned seating somehow. But as the night begins to carry on, fewer and fewer people remain. The sounds of glass begins to lessen, but a handful of souls hang around slowly. Set amongst one of the counters behind the register and a glass box full of treats appears to be a young man. Shaggy, brownish hair, eyes that have seen much better times, and too many wrinkles on his face for someone so young. He shoves everything into his apron before rushing off to the edge of the counter. He leans over the polished wood and kind of stares at this sleeping patron. He wagers if he should wake them up. He grabs a coin, flips it, loses it, decides to flip it again, loses it again, and decides, if we're going to do this, we might just do it now. He pokes their hair. Slowly you begin to wake up. Who's sleeping over the counter? Tired, exhausted.
Jane Caulfield is sleeping at the counter. She's very tired as somebody who basically has been living out of her car since her divorce. Either, it's the raccoons out of the trash can that are making constant noise, or, just the fact that she's sleeping in her car and very uncomfortable and cold. So she finds herself sleeping at the counter. She's got big, brown, curly hair, a light denim jacket and a white blouse, and a pair of denim jeans to match. She's very, very tired.
As you begin to come to, you wipe away the drool at the edge of your lips. The boy kind of stares at you with a little heavy heart. He looks at the empty room, mostly empty room, and he'll look his way over. I think it's time for you to go home, he says. It's not that I don't want you here, but,
Isn't this place 24/7 or something?
it was, but our last waitress, she just didn't decide to clock in, at all. So it's less 24/7 and more like 23/7. 22 and a half 7. 22/7.
I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm just going to be out in the car. You've seen me before. I wave to you every morning.
I know, it's rather depressing. I'll tell you what, he says. How about I make you some our world famous coffee, as he tries to go over through a rapid selection of half-filled coffee mugs. The glass of the coffee, as he pulls it off the Mr. Coffee machine. This one he did not want to take out, and appears to be full. As he pours, it does not the coffee inside does not appear to be completely empty. And he slides it over. It's tepid, and you can already tell it tastes, well, just as good as it looks, which is not at all.
Did you run out of sugar and cream again?
Yeah. Like I said, we're trying to handle this a lot better. Look, you're not still sleeping in your car, are you?
Well, there's not much place else to go. Paul took the house. He took fucking everything.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty rough. Being recently separated from the guy. He got to keep the mansion, didn't he? Or the whatever it is.
He did.
It's 2 floors. It's a mansion to me.
It was pretty sweet.
It was pretty rad. You can swing pool, but anyways, I'll tell you what. I have a deal for you. If you're up for it, there's even a semi-stuffed couch in my office that may or may not have and he points over to you, your name on it. What do you say?
She's gonna take 2 sugar packets and like rip them like this. But unfortunately, she's so tired that they kind of rip and explode onto the counter.
Oh.
She sort of stares at it, and she's contemplating getting another pack, but she said she's too tired. She just decides to drink the coffee. It sucks. It's terrible.
It is awful. Yeah.
She says, I guess it'd be a little warmer than sleeping in my car.
Yeah. It would be.
I'm assuming there's some sort of strings attached to this.
Well, yeah, okay, look, I'm not gonna lie. I pass by you in your car, like, every day, and it's depressing. It's rather sad. And this is, it's not that I don't like you, hanging around, but, like, I feel like you're squandering your life here. But, buddy, he goes over to try to, like, put his hand over your shoulder and realize how awkward it is and just stretches the back of his neck. Look, as you know, I have some affiliations with the local unit within the town, and theoretically, if you were on their register, you would have a bed inside of their facilities. A locker, maybe even a shower.
The local unit? What?
The unit.
Oh,
the
okay.
facilities. The ranger people.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say because I don't think I qualify for the other thing.
No, you don't. But in order to do this, I just can't do it pro bono. I could pull some strings, but they just won't allow anyone to assist them. At least
allow washed up, previously aerobics bodies out there. She's gonna put her head on the counter.
it's there. He tries to like pat your head and just grabs a napkin and then pats your head through the napkin. You really need that shower. I gotta admit, the Hulu video it's great. But it's not a lot of like job potential in hula hoop instructing or aerobics. At least, definitely not with his marketing. Your ex-husband's marketing. Slasher size. It went straight to video, and I hear it's number 2 at the current moment.
I don't want to hear that. That was all our work. We worked on that together for years.
Yeah, I think like he must have used video while you were still in it, because he just has like something like another person superimposed over what looks to be like U-shaped.
5 years I did aerobics to do that lunge. Did you see the lunge? It's advanced techniques.
It's like Pilates, but like
better.
But better.
Yeah.
More glitter.
Yeah.
Okay. But so hear me out. I have a favor. I have a favor to ask, and if you can do it, I can give you the couch for a couple nights. If not, I can send you over to the facility, and they might be able to give you like a bunk bed,
And a shower?
and hopefully a shower.
Does it run hot?
I don't know.
No,
It would not
but-
surprise me if they did not. What do you say?
Well, beggars can't be choosers. I'm getting a little tired of sleeping in the car.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Because we have, there's been whatchamacallit, a vagabond, who has been here in the diner, and they have been staring at me for the last
Who?
2 hours. The only other person in the diner. They're literally looking at us right now.
Thank God you're not talking about me. Oh,
No.
Jesus.
I heard that they were looking to get into the units, the ranger thingy, facility, whatever. Not important.
Someone willingly wants to go in,
Right.
and they don't need a couch, and they want to just do it?
Yeah, apparently. It's shocking to me, too. And because I did pull some strings, and some strings were pulled with me, they have technically have been left within my care, but I don't know the first thing to do with this stuff. So, yeah. So, if someone asks to, like, join the unit, usually I have to give them an aptitude test, using little quotation marks with my little fingies. An aptitude test, usually, like, I don't know if it's, like, handwritten or, like, multiple choice or anything. So, I'm just gonna, like, send her to, like, the local spooky spot, and if she comes back, then I'll consider the test passed. But I'm afraid that she might get eaten by, like, I don't know the Sasquatch, or that's silly. Sasquatches aren't real.
That's the only one?
You know, I don't know, a tree monster or something. And I can't have their stranger death on my stranger hands. Stranger things have happened.
Is Sam able to overhear?
Oh yeah,
this?
completely, absolutely.
I'm
It's kind of
not-
hard not to.
I'm literally
Help
just
you,
looking
vagrant.
at him as he's saying this. Like, I'm not trying to not...
You're like a seat away.
You're not even at the end of the counter. You're like 2 seats away.
There's a
And
vagrant
so,
over
like,
there.
I'm not saying anything, but I'm obviously listening to this conversation. I'm not even hiding it.
What do you say? Because I don't want to go out there by myself. And if I have you lead her and go do the thing, because you know the spot, you know the areas
I used to
mostly.
do so many nature walks back when I was in the wilderness.
Back when you were happy, yeah.
She puts her head back on the counter and moans. Ah.
It's okay. So what do you say?
Sure, I'll do it.
Okay, awesome.
But that means hot showers.
I'll
If there's no hot showers,
look. If there's no hot shower, I'll let you shower at my house.
Deal.
Okay.
She takes her the hand.
Okay, here. And he goes over to the little pastry glass and brings out a cherry pie. He slides it over. Despite how bad things get, there's always goodness in cherry pie. Although I do prefer apple. But cherry pie is all we have left, and I want to throw it out. Slides it over. And then he hops a seat over. Hello, ma'am, person,
hi, I'm Sam Beck.
hello, shakes your hand. He has a very weak grip. What do you look like?
Like, not too tall, not short, dark shoulder-length hair, mid-20s. I was a cop, so I have a little bit of, like, that cop kind of just vibe emanating off of me, like, but I'm obviously, like, tired. I'm run down. I've been traveling for days, and I don't even, at the moment, have a plan on, like, how I would or could get back. It's like, I came here, like, full send, and I've been sitting in this diner for hours, and I'm a little fed up with the whole thing.
Hi. Percival. Me, I own the establishment, and I will be assisting you in allocating you in getting into the Cryptid Ranger Corps. Hooray!
Yeah, I was told you guys had information on the whatever the heck has been happening.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. All I do is really just manage finances and stuff. Like, on paper, like, I'm more important than I should be. All I do is serve coffee, man. But because all of the current leaders are out doing very important things, they have left it up to me for you to be in my care, which I'm not going to do. I'm instead going to put you someone much more capable and intelligent and knowledgeable about these things. Jane.
She wakes up a little bit.
Jane.
Yeah. Hi.
As he kind of pulls you
He
over.
puts out a hand. Hi.
Yay, shake your
What was your
hands.
name? I'm Sam.
Sam. Jane.
Wait, but I thought you're sleeping in your car. Care?
No,
What
it's
care?
part of ranger training.
Part of-
It toughens you up.
Anyways,
I should know. I've
she
been through a lot.
she will be your guide. In order to make sure that you're not a plant, because there has been an influx of occult activities and certain cult members trying to infiltrate certain groups within the government and our
What do you
own.
mean by a plant?
Like a plant,
Green-
like you're
green
not
and leafy,
like
I
a
think.
spy, like you're not who you say you are.
Okay.
No, not green and
Oh.
leafy, not like a cabbage.
Oh.
Long story short, remember that incident with the reptiles and our politicians? We don't want that.
I thought that didn't happen.
It so totally did. And there's
I
been
thought
no
I
one talking about it.
hallucinated it.
You and everyone else. It's so weird. They were focused just in one political party. Anyways, yeah. Anyways, not important. Point being, to make sure you're not like evil and stuff. We're going to give you a test, and if you do well, then you go to the next step, which is me kind of pushing you in the direction of the people who will put your abilities to the best tests.
So people who know more about what's going on than you.
Yes.
Okay. What's this test?
It's quite easy. It's quite easy. Jane. Hello. Hi, Jane. Hi.
She's eating some of the pie right now.
Oh, it's great. So I'm happy you're actually eating food. There's not too far away. There are some old sewer drains that have definitely seen a lot better days. Currently, or rather a little bit ago, there has been some sightings of some people in there. Weird kind of occult imagery within the pipes themselves. Some rangers went in there and they managed to flush the ne'er-do-wells out. So there really shouldn't be anything in there. But they might have missed something. Your objective is to go into the pipes, and see if they missed anything. Write some things down. Cultists are known to scribble and graffiti on things everywhere, so maybe you can decipher some of their stuff. There's a good chance that they left something behind. Plus that drainage pipe, that sewer pipe, whatever it is. Rainwater pipe, I don't know city infrastructure. We're not even a city. They can be quite complex. So, yeah, just go in, see if you find anything, and if you don't, well, it won't look too good. But if you do, it'll also not look too good, because how would you know how occult imagery looks like?
It's a catch-22, it sounds like. Wait, what kind of test is this? You're saying you're setting it up to be failed and
Keep my
both
eyes on her.
direction. Do you even know what he's talking about?
Anyways, it's not really for me to decide whether you pass or fail or whatever. Well, I mean, it is, but let's not think about it. Right, so, have fun. If we're gonna go out, it is raining. As he kind of makes his way over to the back office before he comes back. I got a flashlight. Click, click. It's Stinky branded. They are as reliable as they are cheap.
Do you have one?
I have one.
I take the flashlight.
You just swipe it.
Look, can I have something? I don't. You said we might need to write stuff down. Can I have one of those? She points to like there's a part where like there's a stack of like where waiters write stuff down.
Yeah.
Like the
The
waiters
order.
have.
The
Yeah,
order.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
The
noticed.
notebook
Like, can I have one of
order-
those
order notebooks.
in a small wooden pencil?
Okay. Goes over. It's a very big responsibility holding on to this.
Mercy.
Adds it to your head. So you can go ahead and add it to on your person,
Waiters.
to your inventory.
Stinky brand.
Waiter's
TM
notebook.
Flashlight.
Yep. Add those to your inventory.
And a small pencil.
Okay. Well, just in case there are things out there, because keep in mind, Jane, as you know, there's been weird junk happening ever since that little stint about a couple of years ago. So it wouldn't surprise me if there's like weird little critters hiding around there. It also wouldn't surprise me if there's something just a little bit more dangerous. So just in case you encounter something dangerous, always remember, run away. Run away as fast as you can.
I have a perfect technique for that. I'll have to teach you on the way over. I'll
But-
show you.
but-
She
but-
starts sort of doing some exercise to move, like to get loose.
Oh, she could have made it pro.
Uh,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
turns around.
I also kind of feel like it's not very good for me to kind of let you go all unarmed and stuff. So I borrowed this from the emergency fire case as he slides over a well-loved fire axe onto the table, onto the counter.
Huge upgrade from the crowbar I've been sleeping with in my car, just in case the raccoons try to come for me.
Yeah.
Again.
So as long as there's no fires, I think we'll be okay. Yeah. Anyways, you take that. I pick it up.
It's pretty heavy, but I feel very powerful. Wow, this is really nice
It's a nice
craftsmanship.
accessory.
I think like I'm doing some of my stretches with the axe now, doing like a lunge.
Sam is perfectly happy to let Jane have that because I have my pistol with me. Don't necessarily have an open carry permit for it, but that's
Is it obvious that you're
okay.
carrying?
No, it is
Okay,
not
cool.
obvious.
She's
Okay.
concealed carry.
I
Yeah.
don't really have anything for you, Miss Person.
That's
Miss Person. So just stick very, very close to this capable and very happy individual with the big bladed weapon. Yeah. Anyways, you go and do your thing. I'll be here when you come back.
Do you have like
that much power.
Yes, I will wait. I don't feel right.
Save
do you
the
just
have a
large
starting.
layout of what you want us to investigate?
Not
Like
really. It's just
deep pipe water or something?
it's a bunch of pipes in the ground.
Great. Okay, where do we go to
Yeah,
get there?
I passed back this.
You know where
I
we're
passed
going?
back the thing. I'm like, draw it on the thing real quick. What? Or write down the cross streets. I'll drive my car there.
It's as he goes over and points. It's. Do you know where that? Do you know where that old arcade used to be? You know, the old arcade right by the edge of the forest. Somebody's house burned down not too far away
Oh,
from there when the
yeah.
thing happened.
Yeah, I remember.
Used to have the
Tragedy.
Tetris. Huh?
Tragedy, that fire that happened.
Yeah.
Tetris is nice.
Tetris is nice, although a lot of people are starting to play with one of the newer games, Polybius. But I haven't really gotten around. Not important. By the arcade, there should be a big old ditch or whatever. Just follow the ditch, and it will make your way over to one of the big old pipes. You probably know where it is. One of the hiking trails is not too far away from it.
I know where that is.
Yeah.
I look over at Sam. You got gas money?
No.
It's
You got gas money?
it's
Percy?
not too far away from here, if you remember.
Okay, I think I have enough to get there.
Okay, sure. I'll be here.
Okay, you ready, Sam, to get out of here?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, let me
Let's
teach
get
you that
going.
thing. I start trying to teach you as we're walking out and doing like the lunging things.
I walk
This
a
is how you
good
can,
I walk a good 4 or 5 paces behind you, watching you. Thinking
When
you
we're
look like
running
an
away
idiot.
from that thing, you're gonna wish that you would have known this.
I'm thinking about the courses that I have run in Academy that are probably way more complex than anything I'll encounter in this town.
You two make your way out of the warm amber glow of the Tea Kettler Diner. That is what it is called. It's been here for quite a while. As you make your way out, the little bell jingles above you. You see, right in the wet, moist parking lot, the rust can that is your car. What is your car?
It's like one of those station wagons. It's got like the wood paneling on the sides. You know, the kind of like the window will open up separate from the door part, and it's like it looks pretty rough. It's got like a bent sort of antenna thing going on. It looks like it's been taped at least twice. And it's got like a wooden steering wheel, and it's like on the edge of having had seatbelts. So it's got like not bucket seats. It's got bench seats in the front and the back. And it's also got a lot of blankets up front, and some trash, a little bit of trash, and a bunch of boxes. All of my things that
All the
belong
boxes.
to me. All the boxes I got in the divorce.
So I could imagine it's all like boxes of garbage. There's blankets
aerobics
everywhere.
things.
Aerobics things.
Yeah.
There's a small TV strapped into the back seat.
Yes.
I open the passenger door and stuff falls out.
Yeah, stuff falls out. Here's a map.
And I
here's
go
some
like, was that
weird
mostly
trading
trash?
cards.
Just leave it.
I kick some of it with my foot, and I pick up like some notebooks and throw them in the back seat.
Yeah, just move everything to the back. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Funny to say something.
It's okay.
I'm like
It's all right.
crumpling up the blanket and throwing it behind me. And then I'm looking at the guy. Well, I'm looking at the thing. I'm like, hey, we'll see how much we got.
It ignites, and you can see there's about 2 hairs worth of gas in the tank.
We'll get there.
Great. Alright.
I mean, we can also walk. It's good for the health to walk.
I look at like the
Sure,
overcast, like dark sky. Yeah, okay.
You sure you don't have any gas money?
Yeah, I'm sure. I spent the past 2 days getting here.
Gosh. On a Greyhound? I hear they're nice.
Train also.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
Well,
I would have liked some of that pie. At least you got pie.
I did eat it quite fast. I am ashamed to say I did eat that entire pie. That entire cherry pie. Maybe we can get some when we get back.
Yeah, I hope to spend...
Can you afford it?
Huh. I hope to spend close to no time at whatever this diner is ever again.
I'm like testing her to see if she's secretly keeping cash. I'm like, how much do you think the pie is? Do you have that much on you? Could we get one? If we can get one when we get back, we can get gas. Anyway, we start going, and it's like shaky. It needs a suspension work. It's a little.
Oh yeah, it's a bit stiff.
Yeah, it's a bit
And as
stiff.
you pull out of the parking lot, you can see just 1 or 2 other cars parked out here. Some of the newer lights, lamps have been lit, but even as you know, despite how new they are, they seem to get rusted and covered in graffiti and strange sigils over the course of just months. It's hard to admit that it's just vandals. Regardless, as you pull out and you begin driving along the cracked road, the weeds poking its way out, it's not a very long drive.
as you make your way through and down the mountain terrain. You can see this very small, I'd hate to call it city, it's a very large town. A very large town of Redwater. You can see dazzling little lights closer to the edge of the lake itself. Very tall, very massive resort buildings mixed in with newer infrastructure. You can see all the concrete, you can see all of the nightlife going on further ahead. But the farther you go away, closer to where you are, to the edge of the town, it's the older section, the roots of the town itself, the wooden buildings, the old businesses. There really isn't even public transportation, despite how large the roads are. It is truly a resort town, and the main place that we come here for is the lake. You even can see that they're beginning constructions on almost this pier-like structure. They say it might even be an amusement park, but who knows? As you drive, you stay towards the edge of the town itself, skirting a little way between nature and civilization. And it isn't very long before you can see small brick and mortar structures, stores. And then that slowly begins to peter out into empty lots. And finally, right at the edge of a big old turn, an empty lot where a house used to be that is burnt down entirely. And as you stop the car,
It really was a shame. It kind of seemed like a freak accident, but it's hard to say. I got this gut feeling that it really wasn't an accident. But the family was so nice that lived there. A young family. I don't really know what happened. I didn't know them too well, to be honest. Were they okay? Did anybody die in the fire? Yeah. The mom did. She was a client at the aerobic studio. This is all I know. That's what's out. Kids. Luckily the kids got out. The dad's missing. They didn't find him in the fire, but they seem to think that he died in it, but I don't know. It's very strange. It's strange. You're a cop, aren't you? Yeah. Well, you can investigate it. I used to be, at least. Oh, not anymore. Well, then I don't know. It's one of those unsolved mysteries to me. But here we are. I pull up in front of, like, a little bit of a ways away from the burned building. Probably something to investigate another time. We got more important shit, like this sewer drain thing. I'm looking at the paper that he wrote it on. It says, follow the ditch. He didn't say which way, though. Left or right? Probably down. Okay, yeah, probably. I would assume. Well, this is your test, technically. You didn't say you were testing me, so... Yeah. First order of business, which way? I get out of the door, and I go to shut it, and I have to slam it like 3 times to get it to latch. It's a little particular.
she's a little special.
I take my gun out of like being more concealed, like in my belt behind my jacket, to like a little easier to get to.
What kind of gun do you have?
Just a pistol. It's not like the issued one. It's my own personal.
Ah, wonderful. As each of you step your way out into the cold, windy, rainy, slightly rainy night, you can see how the sky begins to churn, almost like a cauldron. You can feel the moisture in the air as you begin to walk off of the asphalt against the soft mud. You can feel the heels of your boots sink in softly, the moss breaking away, and the grass grasping at your ankles as you begin to walk. Step, step. As you go further and further in, it begins to incline slightly before it suddenly drops into a small, well, ditch. And you can see the water where the rain has been collected rushing at your feet as it continues going down. And you actually notice here, if you look to your left, where there should be the hiking trails, you notice one of the inclines beyond the trees where you do see some hiking markers. But if your eyes follow down, you can follow where the water is coming from, and you can see a large grate that has its metal bars broken open, where the water flows freely.
Is that where we're going? I think so. So there was tons of markings that I needed to collect. I click on the light and I shine it in the opening.
It ignites. As it ignites, you begin to march your way closer and closer towards the opening until you can hear the droplets reflecting and echoing from the darkness. You shine your light through and you can see the trail of water. And despite how much water is rushing out of it, it's not particularly deep. Even the walls in here, they are slick and they are wet, but steady enough for you to go in. And you actually do notice that the tunnel itself begins to flatten out and open a little ways away.
How big is the opening?
It's pretty big. It's about 5 feet.
Okay.
Nice and large.
Sam doesn't particularly like the idea of going in a waterway in the middle of
When it's raining?
When it's raining.
Sort of like a flash flood sort of situation.
Yeah, really. Look, but also, like, I'm out of options at this point, and this shouldn't take too long, so let's just get it over with.
Yeah, you said to get in there and run away, we'll need to see something crazy.
Yeah, but I mean, what could even be in here? Like,
We're distracted, and I've handled plenty of those.
yeah? Alright, well,
Try to break in constantly.
you have your axe with you, right?
I do, as a major.
Why don't you just go first?
I don't have the light.
You have an axe. I'll shine the
Don't
light.
you have a
I
gun?
shine the light on the ground, illuminating in front of where you would
Shine
go.
the light on the ground and reflects like a prism. And you can actually see the angle in which you hit your light graffiti littering the corners of this cylindrical
So many
pipe.
vandals.
What kind of graffiti? Like colored or?
Some of them are colored, but a majority of them seem to be scratched into the wall.
Oh, so not like actually scratched.
Like
into-
scratched in.
Can I
Like
put
true defacement.
Can I put my handle on?
You will have to enter into the pipe.
So you're supposed to mark down what we find. Go ahead, I say, as I stand there and look at
Is she
you.
gonna flash the light in front of me for me? Are you gonna flash the light
Yeah,
for me?
I'm shining the light.
Okay, I'll get in there. I'm gonna
Right,
put my
you-
handle on the wall.
You set your hands against the wall in order to balance a little better, as with your boots. Careful not to slip 10, 20, 30 feet, going further and further within. And despite how cold it was outside, inside it feels kind of warm, almost like entering to the throat of a giant. As you make your way closer and closer, you can see where the tunnel itself needs to open up just a little bit. You actually notice where the light didn't hit, it appears to be an intersection. It splits into 3 different ways. And there is almost like these flat pieces of stone which you can either sit or crouch on so you don't get too wet. You notice that there is markings, that there is graffiti, defacement more like it, set amongst the stone of this tunnel. What would you like to do?
Does any of it look like arrows, like pointing somewhere?
It's hard to tell. It's not that they don't have any rhyme or reason. but to decipher them might be a little difficult. Would you like to try to understand these scrawlings?
Have you started marking down anything that you see? Oh, sure. I'm gonna put a piece of paper up, and I'm gonna go like, you know when you get kids with crayons and stuff? Because some of them are etched in the wall, right? Well, so it's like an etching. I'll do an etching with the pencil. Okay, while you do that, give me one of the papers. Let me at least mark down the shape of the tunnel. Okay, yeah, here. I hand you a piece. So I marked, like, at the bottom of the page, like, the entrance where we came in, and about how far we've gone, and that it's, like, now, it's a, like, exit section, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so I marked that down.
Very well. You mark it down as best as you can, and you try to get a rubbing off of the inscription.
And I want to just see, I'm like looking at it, thinking back, if I recognize any of the symbols.
Let's see. So, you're going to make a roll. You are going to go ahead and roll, let's say a keen and a knowledge.
Oh, six and a 3.
Alright, straight success. As you scribe away at them, and as you pull it back, it is a little moist, the paper is a little fragile, but as you stare into it, you do recognize some of the symbols before. You recognize them from around the town itself. They're not uncommon. You do see them in small patches around the town, especially where there is any desolation, where there's destruction, where there's rot, rust. Time passes. It does look familiar, and you can most certainly tell it is some sort of language.
Do you say anything about that? I think I've seen this before. I want to be like, it seems super familiar to me. I'm not sure where I might have seen this. I shine the light all around at the different walls to see if anything stands out as different from the rest or looking particularly interesting.
Absolutely. You shine your light here at the intersection, and again, there are small pedestals, pieces of stone in which you can sit on, where it's high to protect from the water is coming.
Right.
They are
Like
higher than the water line,
yeah.
essentially. Is what I'm trying to say. As you shine your light in that direction, you notice that there's actually a candle, mostly melted into the stone. The wax is completely spread out. There are some inscriptions here going into each direction. What they mean, or for what purpose, you do not know.
Go over to look at the candle, like, how big was the candle, how long do I think it would have burned for, and, like, what color is the wax?
That's a good question. The wax itself, it was a white candle. It must have not been very big, considering all the wax that has just sunken into the cement. For what purpose, you do not know.
Do any of, like, the wick remaining?
Yes, there's a little bit of the wick remaining.
Cool. I'll take, like, take, a chunk of the wax that still has the wick in it, and I'll take it with me.
Sure, there really isn't much left.
Does it seem to be close to one of the 3 ways? Or is it sort of, like, in the middle of the canyon?
It most certainly was melted against the corner that is forward and left.
Cool.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
let's go. You want to go? Let's go left.
I think left. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll try that one
Fine.
first.
At least for a little while.
Yes.
I look as Jane holds up her 2 hands, making the 2 L shapes to figure out which way left
What's crazy
actually
is they're both L's.
Very well. You decide to make your way left. And you begin to stomp along the stone passage. Going further and further, you can actually feel that there is some faint incline as you go further and further in. Each step just echoes off within the moisture of the water, rushing between your legs. You can see every now and then a symbol carved into the stone. Every now and then, some pieces of graffiti. Every now and then,